Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I had some unexpected things pop up this weekend and I unfortunately don't have as much time to record as I usually do, but I did find a moment to come sit down and have a quick chat with you guys. I did originally plan on having my tarot breakdown of life paths for you this week. I, however, do not have that much time right now. But I still wanted to have a chat with you guys, and I've recently been feeling inspired by Racine over at Owl Moon 513's videos where she talks about the decks that she's planning on using for that month. And I also used to watch oh my gosh, I think her name's Tarot from a Bitch. Oh my god, her name is escaping me right now. Let me know in the comment section below if the name of her YouTube channel. I think it's Tarot Readings from a Bitch, now that I am actually, it did come to me. Tarot Readings from a Bitch. I used to watch her monthly like videos that she would do talking about the decks that she was planning on using that month. So I've always wanted to do these videos. I just always had other projects going on. So, and I do have like a little bit of time, and you guys know this is like my safe space. This is my cute little witchy space. It's like an escape for me. I get to connect with you guys too. So I thought this was the perfect opportunity to create one of those types of videos. Today's June 1st, by the way, so happy June. I quickly realized this month the theme that I'm encountering, it's just another opportunity for me, is I am again really dealing with the theme of empowerment this month, it really looks like. I have always truly struggled to see my power in situations, as well as my potential. I've always struggled with really truly standing and seeing my power. And I also have a tendency to surrender to feelings of vulnerability. So I feel this month's theme is we're really exploring that again. And I went ahead and I pulled a couple of decks that I already know I'm going to be reading. I'm going to be doing my daily draws and my weekly draws, working with these decks, as well as a book as well that I think it's a perfect opportunity to finally read. It's one that I've been putting off, so I hadn't really quite felt called to reading. Like the energy just didn't really suit reading this book. So I have to start with my Femme Fatale tarot here. So this is a deck you guys know that I created personally. This is for personal use, and it is really exploring the Femme Fatale archetype through film noir images and stills from movies. And this deck I created it to explore, of course, the archetype of the Femme Fatale. She is one of my favorite archetypes, you guys know. But she also, I feel, captures all facets of not only the Femme Fatale, but the woman. There's a lot of different, I think, emotions that are captured throughout this deck. All sorts of different themes, and this of course is a deck that I also I created it to, I always wanted to leave the experience feeling empowered. And again, that's something I really struggle with, is really seeing where I'm powerful, or seeing my full power in a situation, as well as my potential. And I do feel that that is one of the purposes that that's one of the reasons why I'm here. Why I chose to come here as Amanda Machado. And I feel that this deck is going to really come in handy when I am exploring those themes within myself, as well as exploring the Femme Fatale again. I, of course, have spoken a lot on the channel about this deck. I know I'm going to continue to work with this deck throughout the month of June. This is the Viola Lux Umbra Tarot. I've taken the guidebook out because I was currently working with the other deck that this creator created, Ophelia Rose Tarot. That deck just comes with a quick little pamphlet. So I have been working with the guidebook to this deck as well. So you won't see the guidebook in this video right now because I'm not going to go and grab it. I only have so much time anyway, so... And I did forget to preface that this isn't going to be all the decks that I'm working with. These are just the ones that I feel called to speaking about in this video that I really do feel align with the theme of June for me. Is really exploring, recognizing my own personal power and potential this month. And this deck, I forgot to talk about the deck. This is, it's like it feels very witchy. Botanicals, of course, so it is holistic. It's very healing. But it's also, there's a grounding energy to it. There's a lust for life with that deck as well, which I really love, and I always want to explore those themes with my botanical decks. So another deck that I did pull, I'm probably going to be pulling nonstop from this deck is this is the Cries, the Cries of the Soul Oracle. I purchased this as a companion deck to work alongside my Femme Fatale Tarot. And this deck is excellent for personal empowerment. I love working with this deck to feel more empowered, to step away from a situation that I'm struggling, to see my potential, to see where I'm actually quite a powerhouse in that situation or in those situations. This is an excellent deck for really flipping the script, to really help me recognize where I truly sit in my current circumstances. And you can even just tell by reading. So this one, the keyword is imposter syndrome. I acknowledge my past accomplishments and believe in my future successes. So this deck is excellent for really working on your empowerment, to feel more empowered and to recognize where you're actually empowered in a situation, where you actually do hold strength and power and possibilities. Another one that I pulled out, I had already pulled this out way before I realized what June is really going to be about for me, and this is the Magical Botanical Oracle. So this is one that I also was working with in May. I forgot to mention it in my wrap-up video, but it looks like we're going to continue to work with each other throughout the month of June. This is there's nudity in this deck. This is a wonderful deck for anyone working with plants and herbs in their spiritual craft. And again, it's another one of those botanical decks that has this lust for life. This deck I absolutely love because it includes both poisonous, like I like to call them friend and foe plants and botanicals, flowers. So there's both poisonous and non-poisonous plants depicted throughout the deck. So there is a little bit, it does have a femme fatale energy to it because of that. It's an unbelievably sexy deck. The guidebook's really good too, and I like that it goes into not only a divination meaning, but there's also how you can work with that plant spiritually or in a magical practice. And the book that I did mention I'm going to be reading is Burning Woman. So this is a book that I've read on and off over the past couple of months. And of course, it's a book that I would stop reading as I was exploring different themes, but I can feel that this book is going to be a very helpful read as I am exploring empowerment this month. And the last 3 decks that I want to talk about in this video, another one that I forgot to mention in my May wrap-up, I recently pulled out the Oracle of the Hekatean Path towards, I think, the last 2 weeks of May when I was preparing my wrap-up video. I've been pulling from this deck weekly to get a weekly outlook of what I'm working with Hekate that particular week. And this deck has been so incredibly helpful for my work with Hekate, for my relationship with her. I just receive such clear messages from Hekate with this deck. It's such a wonderful deck. I've mentioned on the channel, the artwork's not my favorite, but I feel that this deck is so greatly connected to the goddess. I do feel her come through very strongly with this deck. So this is another deck I know I'm going to continue to work with throughout the month of June as I'm continuing my craft with Hekate. I also pulled out the Lost Oracle. Also forgot to mention it in my May wrap-up video. I pulled this out the last 2 weeks of May. This is a wonderful, wonderful deck. It's very connected to the witch archetype, to the craft. And this deck has the energy of the crone to me. I feel the energy of the crone in this deck. It's very connected to the Samhain Sabbath for me. It feels autumnal. And it houses those themes within it, in my opinion. I love this deck. This deck, I always leave feeling inspired when I work with this deck. I find it so unbelievably beautiful. And that's another theme that I really do want to explore in June, is not just empowerment, setting boundaries, really targeting where I'm surrendering my power to others or to scenarios, situations, things even, but to also to feel inspired to find my true potential and where my true power lies as well. To continue to work my craft as well. I guess it's better to say to rediscover those things, to rediscover where my magic lies, and of course my own unique voice. And it's so important to rediscover these things as we're moving through transitions and cycles. The last deck I know I'm going to be drawing from this month is the Magick of You Oracle. This deck, it's all about empowerment. Again, it's another deck that really does hold the archetype of the witch, the outsider. There is a mystical, there's also a mysticism, but as well as an elusiveness within this deck. It's all about self-discovery and discovering where your true magic lies, where your power is, where your beauty is, your uniqueness. I love this deck. It's so beautiful. I've mentioned on the channel, I feel like this deck it's like a cheerleader. It just cheers you on. It wants you to be your best. So these are the decks that I've pulled to work with throughout the month of June. As I mentioned, it's already June 1st, so to me, the month of May just flew by. I don't know about you. Until I got to like the last week of May, it just dragged. And I mentioned how I struggled all throughout the month of May. I had a lot of health issues pop up, so I'm hoping this month is a lot better health-wise. Not only do I wish to explore themes of empowerment, and to really finally just let go of surrendering my power to forces outside of myself, but I truly want to also have a better appreciation for what I have. I don't want to be like searching for those things outside of me anymore either. So those are some things that I really do feel are going to be themes for me, that those are things that I'm going to be targeting this month. I can already feel that. There was a switch this morning. I could feel it. So let me know in the comment section below what you guys think the month of May is going to hold for you. What lessons as well as blessings. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye now.